Talking about the dollar, because, we got some graphs up here that talk about the US dollar index and Bitcoin versus the US dollar. A lot of people have probably never looked at these graphs before. A lot of people don't even look at the dollar and the strength of this one currency, I think, versus other currencies. Why did you include this? Why is this important?
So I got to be really honest. It doesn't come from me. It comes from some really smart macro traders and just economists that understand this topic way better than I do. But there's a very clear correlation to crypto markets and the strength of the dollar. As the dollar goes up, obviously there are pros and cons to everything. Like when you're traveling as an American US dollar overseas, you have way more purchase power. When you're importing goods, it's good. But when you're exporting, it's really, really bad for the economy. And I think what's the issue right now is that we have a strong dollar, but we also have strong inflation. So we don't necessarily have the purchase power of the US dollar. And so it's an issue because if the dollar is too strong, it probably means that there's a lot of demand and people who are a bit bearish about the cycle or uncertain, to say the least. And also maybe there's less power from all the other countries, from all the other fiat currencies that go against dollar, Swiss franc, euro, British pound. So ideally, and like Trump has mentioned this in 2017, he wanted to weaken the dollar because he knew that the global economy and this machine would kick off again, and it's very good for, risk on assets or markets. So
yeah. But we believe the stronger dollar will pull Bitcoin higher.
Exactly.
And then also it is denominated in dollars as well. And so that's something to watch. We want to watch this metric.
I joined the investment club because we are in the biggest wealth transfer in history. The investment thesis here is we believe that early stage Web3 metaverse and AI investments represent the hottest opportunities on the planet. I've been financially burned in this space, lost a lot of money through lack of education and investing in the wrong people, most of them were scams. But I still believe in blockchain and I still believe in the crypto space. Thanks to the investment club. Now, 5 weeks in, I've invested in 10 deals in the investment club. They do all the due diligence and research for the community by bringing the best deal flow that we would never have access to. When you join, you just don't become a member. You become a part of a big family. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. You will never find a more genuine person like Brian. He is so transparent and passionate at bringing wealth to the masses through blockchain technology. Thank you, Brian. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully, Trump can kind of like retrace the power. The dollar loses a little bit of power, and then, that money goes back into the risk on assets. So you can see here the inverse or the negative correlation is really interesting. As soon as the dollar peaks, Bitcoin price like lowers and vice versa. When Bitcoin price goes up, the dollar tends to be weaker. So.
All right, we're going to keep an eye out for that. It's definitely going to be fascinating to watch China this year. China's really struggled the last couple of years, and most people were sure that by 2030, China's economy would beat the US, and now people are saying that won't even happen until 2050 or 2070. I think we really started to see some of the holes in their game with the real estate market. And, just quickly, you can talk about socialism versus capitalism all day, and you can talk about the ethics and the morals, but the best argument for capitalism is it's the fastest feedback loop of information possible. What does that mean? It means back in the day in Russia in the 70s and 80s, they might say, okay, we need 4 power plants, let's go build them and let's hope that works. In America, they only build them if there's a demand for the power. And if there's no demand, they go bankrupt. And so you get this information feedback loop in real time. You got one hot dog stand, it does well, you make 5 more. If no one's eating hot dogs, they all go out of business. And the capital gets allocated efficiently. And I think with China's big boom in the last 10 years or 20 years, it wasn't being allocated efficiently. Now, they were doing a lot of things right, and they got a big population and a lot of promise. But I think, unfortunately, it gave them the wrong feedback loops. And we know they probably overbuilt in real estate, they overinvested, and they were never getting signals that that was the right thing to do. So we'll see what happens, but it's just very bullish on the US, which should be bullish for the dollar as well. So there you go. It's Trump's, I just need Trump to stay alive. All right.
Yes, please.
That's a whole nother episode.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.